Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to Madden 18 on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Bradford's Vikings going up against Tom Savage's Texans. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and you know, now more than ever, it's a passing league. We know that, and as Larry hit onto the open, we've got a couple of great passers squaring off here this afternoon.
And usually the discussion centers in on how they're going to compete against the opposite defense. But you and I had a nice little chat with one of these guys in this game, and they did say, look, I'm always competing against the opposite quarterback. If I play better than he does, I think my team has an advantage.
Makes the handshake afterwards a little sweeter, too. Texans kicker Nick Novak, he's all set, and off we go from NRG Stadium. This fielded a few yards into the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. The former Oklahoma Sooner will be leading the charge in his 8th season now under center Sam Bradford.
A lot will be made of his accuracy and the completion record he set in 2016, where he completed 71.6% of his passes. But it doesn't surprise me at all. That's always been the #1 part of Sam Bradford's game coming out of Oklahoma. His ability to deliver the ball accurately, on time, and leave his receivers in a great position.
First down, Bradford. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
Minnesota had a very optimistic vision of what they would do on offense in 2016, but a couple of key injuries altered that landscape. Running back Adrian Peterson and quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. That led to them scrambling throughout the season to try and fit together their offense, try to put the running game and a new passing game together, and instead of having a big year, they finished 28th overall in total offense.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
The Houston Texans in 2016 on defense defied convention. Why? J.J. Watt missed most of the season, so you would expect them to struggle a little bit. But in fact, this was the #1 overall defense in the NFL. They stopped the run, forced teams to throw the football, and really got after them with a terrific pass rush.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. DJ Reader coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Ryan Quigley on now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Texans, Will Fuller. Pulled in at the 24. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Texans take possession. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former Pitt Panther, Tom Savage.
And Tom Savage is one of those guys that when you look at him, you see the potential that's there. You get a chance to watch him practice and see him throw the football. But he hasn't had many chances to play in games, and you just wonder if given a full shot, what exactly would it look like?
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you and you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Again, it's Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. On first and 10. Bradford. It's complete to Laquan Treadwell. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there. Bradford now to throw on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 29 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath out to kick this one away. Akeem Hunt now to return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. They'll be hoping to come up with that same type of effort they had last time when they forced the punt that led to a touchdown.
And that type of effort just continues to carry over because once you get it done once, you feel like you can do it again and again. It's no guarantee, but you got to like the confidence that they take back out into the field.
Now, will they keep that confidence? Time to find out. Savage on first. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Savage Savage from the shotgun snap. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And we're back. The offense had a chance to talk things over. We'll see what they come up with here on this next play. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. From the gun, here's Savage. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Normally when I talk about DeAndre Hopkins, I'm talking about accomplishments. In this case, I'm remembering that he lost nearly 600 yards in receiving from 2015. He had less than 1,000 last year.
Yeah, and his touchdowns dropped from 11 to 4, so now he's hoping for more consistent quarterback play.
All right, here we go.
A first down throw coming. Savage. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Savage trying to rally the troops and get them to the line fast. Again throwing. It's Savage. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half?
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. Nick Novak on now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. A first down throw for Bradford. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half. Bradford going deep for Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Okay, Brandon, thanks, and welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get to the highlights. Both the Texans and the Vikings have very low rushing totals. It has not been an effective part of either team's game plan, and you wonder if either side will give a more concerted effort to run it in the second half. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Vikings open up on offense. Offensive line won't be able to hold up here. This will go for a loss of 8. About halfway through the second quarter, the catch will be made deep down the field, and this two-play drive goes for a TD as they take a 7-0 lead. 1st and 10, the catch will be made deep down the field, and it'll eventually be brought down, but not before getting to the 37-yard line. Later on the drive, Miller's got nobody around him on the catch, and this 5-play drive goes for a touchdown. The Texans tied up at 7.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he spins through, and now running right through it. And here comes the Texans now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it again with Miller. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter. Because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Final minute now of the third quarter. A first down carry now for Miller. Quick move by Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
They'll run with Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. 7-7 is our score. Pretty even matchup so far as we start quarter number 4. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. They'll try the air now with Savage. He finds Hopkins complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Now it's Miller. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now Savage. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Well, timeout on their side here. In fact, a lot going against them. They do have a small glimmer of hope.
No one likes to play extra football. They want to go for the win right now.
Here's Bradford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brian Cushing leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Bradford. The left side caught by Diggs. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. A little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing, because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback. But in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player so he can't get outside of you.
That was second down run for Murray. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. The first throw in overtime for Bradford. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
In a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
And this one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long.
Agreed.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He takes this for 3 to the 29. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here in OT. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. That boy's got let's go! 3-19!
Now Savage with his first throw in OT. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And now out comes Minnesota. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. On 1st down, Murray. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This to win it in overtime. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins.